Oh my god, fucking finally. I think fucking finally. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Is it fucking working now? I think it actually is. Oh my god. I don't want to like admit how long it's taken me to get this set up. I think it's finally fucking working now. Hold on. I have to get my screen set up the way I want it to over here. Because that's what I'm here for. I just came to freaking draw, and my OBS and my YouTube were like, what if we actually teamed up to make you wish you offed yourself at 13? Sorry about this light. I don't know if I want to keep the light up because I feel like it's kind of dark in here. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Holy shit. I don't understand at all why that happened. Also, I don't know if I need to move the mic or anything if I'm talking too loud or quiet. It's been a fucking over a year, I think, since I streamed. And I just was like, you know, I've got time to kill and I've wanted to like, I've been doing more art stuff. I've wanted to like show that more online. And so I was like, what about live streaming it? I figured out how to connect to my iPad, which was funny enough, literally like the easiest part of this whole thing. OBS and like YouTube Studio were I don't know if any of this is even coherent. So live streams, they come with a stream key, and you can use that stream key to use third-party streaming software. So OBS, which is what I'm filming on, is a third-party streaming software. You use your stream key, your custom stream key, to connect your streaming stuff. And the key was in, and it was fine, but it wasn't because it wasn't fucking working. And then for some reason, I'm pretty sure I live streamed. I'm pretty sure I went live on my old channel, which I don't know how that happened. I just don't. And I don't know if those are going to be visible on that channel, and I don't think I'm going to delete them. It's just not, the stream is just not starting how I thought it would. I'm dysregulated, but I literally just wanted to come and chill and kill some time because I was laying in bed drawing, and this sounds terrible, but you know, everything is content, so. Shark, did I delete old videos? I don't think so recently, especially not on this channel. I mean, I deleted some or privated some stuff on like my old main channel. I might have privated like a few things on this channel just from like bad periods in my life. How's everyone? Oh yeah, should I start drawing? Also, I don't know if this quality is gonna be amazing. I was looking around for the best way to like connect your iPad to OBS. And so basically this is just a free app because I couldn't figure out how to do it just naturally through OBS. Okay, I couldn't even figure out how to live stream onto the right channel until an hour and a half or even longer, actually. Oh, Casper's streaming. Oh, Cass, bye-bye. Sorry, he's like having a bad dream. I can hear him whining. Hold on. And then I will come answer questions. I'm so sorry. I can see the chat moving now that we actually have shit set up because the stream was cracked out.
Hi, Casper. You doing okay? You dreaming?
I grabbed a cat. Of course I did. Okay. So, how's everyone? Sorry, I'm still catching up from like the fact that I've been struggling with this for a while, because like OBS showed that I went live several times, so I don't know if I did, but I like, just in case I was actually live, I was like, well, shit, I have to kind of talk like I am, so I'm just like not just not to did not start the way I thought I would, but I'm okay now. I'm a little cold. Sorry. I'm trying to be normal. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm acting like a freak about this. I took all the effort to figure out how to get the stream set up, and now I'm like, oh, I kind of do have to act like a functioning human being right now. Oh, what's that? What was that? What was that? Did you guys see that? Did am I tripping? Okay, sorry. I will do a quick how's everyone in my house. I don't know if you meant like to me or if you were asking the comments. Everyone in the house is good mostly. I mean, honestly, I think we're all Lexi's just had like a rough week at work recently. I mean, the school year has been hard for her in general this year. I'm just going to start drawing. Oh, I think I was working on the hair on this. Oh yeah, this is Lexi's fursona. I'm working on it right now. And that mark shouldn't be there. That should not be there. Anyway. Lexi's, this school year has been really fucking stressful. Because there's some new administration at her school, new principal, which the principal is actually not the problem. She's pretty cool, from what I hear, you know? But there are a lot of new administration, and there's a lot of new students, as there always is. But there are a lot of new students who are not where they're supposed to be in like several ways. Like some of them literally like I guess cognitively, functionally, socially are not where they should be, which is fine because that's just how I'm not either, but that's why there is, you know, modified classes and special ed classes for that. But the issue is that all of the fucking paperwork stuff is dependent on like every teacher that like a student has ever run into. If they have like needs, you know, accommodations, they have to be like monitored and documented pretty constantly. However, there are some people, and I'm not naming names because I don't know names, and it's not at Lexi's school, but there are some people who would choose to just say that a kid is doing fine when they are extremely lacking cognitively, socially, verbally, in every aspect. But it's easier to pass the kid along, right? So that is a repercussion, that is something new that Lexi is experiencing this year with a few students, but one in particular, all of the students' old teachers were simply not honest about where this girl is at. And she's coming into 6th grade. She's in 6th grade now. And she is not a life skills student. Me just like spilling tea. It's middle school tea. And also I'm not using any names. I'm just complaining on Lexi's behalf because she's not home. She's at work. But they're, you know, for kids, regardless of their developmental level, there is a place for them, whether that is with gen ed, whether that's like 504/modification, whether that is a full sped class, or whether it's a life skills, which is still a sped class, but a much more intense one where it's teaching life skills, you know? basically, Lexi, my wife, she has now two students actually, but it just started with the one girl at the beginning of the year, sixth grader, first time at the school, obviously. Not in life skills class. She was in a modified class. She had an IEP, so like she was recognized as SPED. Every single teacher that has ever interacted with her has commented or acknowledged the fact that this girl is not where she needs to be, which is obviously not her fault. Everyone is fucking mad at like the administration and the elementary school team for letting that happen, you know? But basically, Lexi, she has a few like classes. So she full on teaches two classes. She co-teaches some other classes. One of the full on like classes that she teaches is like a modified I don't remember what the exact class is called, but it is modified. So it is a SPED class. But it's still it's not life skills, right? There's just different layers. Where this girl is because of the what's going on. I'm sorry. I'm got on a fucking tangent and I'm ranting and I'll have to catch up on the comments. Someone asked how everyone was, and now I'm complaining about my girlfriend's job while she's literally not here because she just comes home and she tells me, you know, about all of the stress because her like district is being really fucking irritating with moving this girl out of her class. Who, like, for reference, I'm trying not to like give anything specific away, but I'm also like, this is not going to tell you anything identifying about this person. Basically, what my girlfriend Lexi teaches, the level, I guess, is what she's teaching at, is right now they are reading a book together and they are identifying like nouns, you know, person, place, like they're getting into their English skill. It's a modified ELA class. That's what it is. I'm sorry. It's an English class. She fully teaches two English classes, but they're modified, which means that they are modified for SPED students, but not explicit to SPED students. So there's kind of like a range of kids in there. Regardless, social skills needs to be social skills. And that can be proven because of the fact that this student can't understand literally anything that's going on in Lexi's class at all. Cannot name a character in the book that they've been reading for 2 weeks now. Can't, like, I'm trying to explain it as Lexi would, while also trying to use like the correct language, because I don't want it to sound like I'm like negatively critiquing this child. I'm fucking not. I'm just explaining like the situation of why it's been stressful recently, why the school year's been hard. Basically, this girl functionally is around 2 to 3 years old, and she's in 6th grade. And all of her elementary school teachers were like, "Oh my God, that's so cute. She's just being silly little student name. Don't want to deal with it." So they just pass her up, and you know, the fucking problems keep developing, which is so awesome because now she is doing terribly in her environment and other people around her are also struggling, and they're trying to move her to where she needs to be because they want her to be in the right place. And the fucking paperwork is just getting in the way. And so that has been really annoying because I think Lexi's known from like the first or second week of school, like there's something up with this kid. And I don't think, you know, so I totally went on a tangent. I'm sorry. You said, how's everyone? And I was like, well, let me fucking tell you how everyone is at my wife's place of employment. Let me tell you how they're all doing. Sorry. Pets are all good. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just complaining on Lexi's behalf. Crashing the fuck out after he got broken up with after 5 years. Oh my. Damn. Okay, well, you gotta... Is it mean to ask for details? Like, what happened? I'm not like laughing. I'm not smiling. I'm sorry. I'm reacting, I guess. God damn. Was it like Blindsided? Fucking A. Me, anytime I can insert my girlfriend into conversation, I will. Because I'm like, oh my God, you should talk to my girlfriend about that. Because she was dumped out of nowhere after 3 years in her last relationship. Guys, I'm fucking obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with my girlfriend. I'm drawing her as a furry right now. I've been working on this for a while. I'm just like not fully happy with how developed the shading is. Do I still play Minecraft? I love when you would stream. Honestly, I have not played a computer game. I feel like my voice sounds terrible. I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know if it's the weather or if I'm more self-aware, or maybe I'm just more self-conscious. I've felt like my voice has sounded a little like deeper recently, but I think I might just be noticing it more, or just more self-conscious. I don't know. I haven't played a video game in fucking a fat minute, actually. I was in a mini Animal Crossing phase a while ago, but I wasn't streaming that. I honestly, for the past like year plus, I think, the only thing I've used this computer for is like YouTube-y, like influencery stuff. I've been wanting to play games again. Like I was kind of thinking, I don't think I'm going to now because I just don't want to deal with it. I was kind of thinking of getting back into Overwatch because I saw something that looked cool, but I don't know if I want to deal with that. I am desperately, like, violently resisting the urge to get back into The Sims because they have just had so many good fucking packs come out recently, and I don't have the storage or time or money to get myself back into The Sims, but it has been calling me like a motherfucker. And I also was thinking of Minecraft semi-recently. Honestly, I haven't been thinking of that one too much because it's kind of, Minecraft is just one of those things that you can pick up and put down. But I guess you can say the same thing about The Sims, and I'm trying to pick that up. I'm trying to avoid picking that up, actually. I enjoyed the content from your old channel. I enjoyed the tramp stamp video. I think that video's still up. Is it not? Because I didn't delete everything from that channel. I probably in the near future should go look at it and see if there's anything else I want to delete from it, but should be on here unless I'm stupid. No, yeah, it is. Damn, that is still my most viewed video. 1.4 million views. I hope you're doing well. Honestly, I am doing much better than the past little bit. I'm getting like more into, I'm on my new meds. I don't know if I mentioned that in a video. I'm back on my meds with like an upped dose. And then I also added another medication, and that's actually been working pretty freaking good for me. I feel like I might have mentioned that though. Bro, we hardly have support for disabled kids here. Dude, there is hardly support for disabled people fucking anywhere. Hate to say it, especially in this country. It's ridiculous. And like, dude, especially on the education end of it, because I also like, I try not to like publicly badmouth the education system, because the teachers within it, for the overall most part, are literally just working in it and making it the best they can because they truly do have the passion for teaching and the care for the students. But being able to like hear about some of the stuff some teachers do, it's like, holy shit, why are you working with children, especially sped? Why did you do that? Why are you doing that? What the fuck? Like, some people, they don't I don't get it. And you can't even say that it's like for the money because you're making teacher salary. I know how much that is. Not that much. Sped is a little more, but not that much more, right? I don't know. I don't get it. Old people are testing you at work. I apologize for that. I'm someone. You're someone. Wait, where'd that go? You're someone. I don't know. That's maybe in response to something I said. Sorry. Oh, here we go. I did this. I had to catch up to where I was. I'm sorry, and I'm still a little behind. I do the same. I absorb my partner's work stress too, and find myself ranting about it to others. No, because it fucking like it doesn't affect me, but if it affects her, it does affect me. Like not in the same way. Like I'm not like, guys, it annoys me that my girlfriend's having a hard time at work, but I'm like, stop giving my fucking girlfriend a hard time at work when she's literally the most competent and fucking aware and kind and qualified and skilled person in the wing, in the building. Right. So why are you adding 3 kids to her caseload when she already has 3 more than the typical fucking class size, and they're all difficult case students, and like nobody's helping except her TAs. She does have really great TAs this year. There's like an OT shortage for her too. OT. Overtime. Is that what that means? For yeah, should I keep working on this, or do we want to start something new? I get into a phase here. We can look at some of my other shit. I get into phases with my art where it's like it gets developed to a point where I'm like, I can't do anything to this right now, but I don't feel like it's finished. So I just step away and I start something else. Like this one, I'm not finished with it. At this point, is it almost like adding slightly minuscule details? Sort of. I do need to render this hair better. Also, not that it matters, but just for reference, the screen recording that you guys are seeing is a little bit cooler toned than my iPad screen because her hair is actually like a hot pink. IRL. But she's not a furry, so should I go back to this, or do we want to do some other furry art? And also I'm going to read some more comments. I'm getting a phone call, and I don't know where it's from, and I'm kind of scared. If it's important, they'll leave a voicemail. Okay. I love the gays. Me fucking too. I want to play Fortnite, but I want OG Fortnite. Isn't OG Fortnite, like, coming back? I thought Fortnite was on the up right now. Dude, I want Dude's X so bad. I don't know what you're saying. Yes, dude, I've been watching all of the Life and Death shit. That and I message retracted. What'd you say? Put user in timeout. Anon, what did you say? Can I see what it said? No. I'll just put you in timeout. Be nice. That's what you get. Oh, wait. View deleted message. Oh. No. Okay, Anon, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about your timeout. Why the fuck did... I don't have any, like, moderation on YouTube. Just, like, auto scans the comments. So I don't know why they restricted that. I'm sorry. Piracy is always an option. But I just don't know how that works with, like, expansion packs if I already... Like, because I have a lot of them. I have the real game, like, legally. And the packs legally. Can I mix illegal packs? But also, I don't know if I want to play that bad to figure out how to do all that and download it. Because it's such, like, you can't just, for me at least, I can't just get back into The Sims because all the shit has to load up. You have to, like, it's like a new thing again. I don't, that's probably so autistic to be like, oh my God, I forgot this thing existed and now I remember that it exists and it's really, really cool and I'm really into it right now until I remember something else I like exists and then I'm really into that for a while. And that's how I've been for almost 24 years. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Anon, for that. Can you go get the fuck? Doing much for Halloween? I don't think so. We are going to the Ren Fest. I don't know if we're going. We're probably not going this weekend. We originally were thinking of going this weekend, and we kind of decided. Lexi kind of decided, and I agree because my costume's not really done. But since it's been like such a fucking week, she mostly just wants to like chill at home and do nothing, which I am always encouraging of. So we're going to the Ren Fest, I think, next weekend. I don't actually know what we're doing on Halloween. I need to text my best friend because she might be performing in a drag show because she's a drag queen. So we might go drive to see her if she's doing that. I just have not texted her. It's in less than a week though, so I should. That's fucking crazy. 1 week from today is November 1st. What? I do have a costume for Halloween though. That I know for sure I do have. And also Lexi, for some reason, this is like when I was in school, my school district did not do this. Her school or school district does this to where they have the day after Halloween off. So they have the Friday off after Halloween, which is so nice. So that's another reason that we were thinking of maybe traveling to see like my friend because she lives in Houston. My friend. Guys, it's Sage. Oh my God. Okay, well, I haven't played in a fucking while. Whenever I was tank, I really liked playing Ramatra. Oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? The support guy, I feel like his name starts with an L. He's on the skates. I love him. Why am I forgetting his fucking name? He's literally like my Pookie. I don't know. And honestly, I don't play like, what's it called? Like damage or DPS or whatever the middle category is between tank and healer. I honestly don't really play that category. I'm just not, I like shooter games. I like, a lot of games. I'm not good at most games. And I'm fine with that. But playing Overwatch is hard because you're playing with other people. And so they're like, kill yourself. Oh, you haven't played? Oh, it's your first time playing in 2 months, 3 months. And so you're a little rusty and you accidentally died. And now everyone's fucking mad at you. Yes, that happened to me last time I played Overwatch. I was Ramatra and it was a new map and I hadn't played in a while and I fucking fell off a cliff and died. And my team was like, get it together. You suck. Fucking log off. And I was like, guys, please, please. I don't know where that energy just came from. I'm sorry. Yes, the CC mods clog up. I have like 22 gigabytes, I think, of Sims stuff. And I haven't played The Sims in so fucking long. You live in Pakistan? How is that? Okay. Oh, I'm making it. Oh, nope. Still not at the bottom yet. Okay. I'll try to move faster. Get on it. Oh, this is the boyfriend. Okay. Things have not been good for a couple months, but I thought we were working on it. Then he got super vague and selfish and dropped the bomb after a weekend of us not speaking. Oh. He just kept doing me dirty over and over again, so it's probably for the best, but I did not expect it. Occupational therapy. Yes. It is Procreate, yes. Sorry, back to the X. I'm reading ahead. Well, fuck that. There was, I don't want to say like probably something else going on because I do not know that man, but based on it being a man and based on what you're saying and based on my experience, he was up to some shit. And you're definitely better without. The fuck? Especially a weekend of not speaking. when you've been dating for 5 years, like, at that point, you think that your partner got fucking kidnapped or died. If Lexi takes like longer than she usually does to come home from work, I'm like, oh my God, someone got her when she was on the way to the car. I'm never getting her back. Oh my God, I have to call someone. Like, yeah, that's crazy. So he's a piece of shit and should fall off a cliff. What are the rules on live streams? What can I say? I'm not serious for the YouTube moderators. No real threats here. But yeah, especially if he just kept doing you dirty over and over again. I definitely relate to this of like, it was probably for the best, but not expecting it. And so it still fucking hurts. I get that. And I am very sorry about that. But not even knowing you, I know you're doing better. If this is who you were dealing with, then you're doing better now. So I'm glad. See, my process is very cool. Thank you. Here, me like, while I'm talking, I'll show some of my process. I'll do this. I hate being autistic is awesome. Me, can I pin this? Yes. Pinned. Lucy, I knew it. Yes. His name's Lucio. I was like, Louise? But I was like, I don't think his name's Louise. Lucio. I was like, his name's cooler than Louise. Did this catch up? Yes. Okay, I think I'm finally caught up now. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to the emo club for Halloween. Would love to go to a Renfest, but never seen them in Scotland. You don't have a Renfest in Scotland? What are y'all doing with all those fucking castles? What do you mean you don't have a Renfest? That sucks. That is such a waste. Do you guys have like a similar thing, like within like Scottish, like a cultural equivalent? Because like at the Renfest here, our Renfest like season for the Texas Renfest, it's like I think 8 weeks, and it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so it's 8 weekends, and each one is themed different, and one of them is literally Scottish themed. It's called like Night in the Highlands or something, like the Scottish Highlands. That's crazy that you guys don't have one there. What the fuck? I went to a Halloween carnival with a friend and people called me oh, damn. So none of us are catching a break, it seems. God damn. Okay, Kanye. Who said that? Oh, about this. You need to play Overwatch. It would be so fun to watch. And DPS is not fun for me either. I'm just like, maybe. You know what? Honestly, maybe I will. Maybe I will, because I am having some things in my employment. I'm having a switch up in my employment. And by that, I mean I'm finally getting employed. So I'm not like, I'm still going to be like filming stuff. It probably just won't be as routine, like one video a week every week, but I'm not leaving or anything. But with me being like at home less, when I come home, I'll want to do more of my recreational activities like gaming. So maybe I'll do that. Overwatch players are the most toxic people. I would concur. I don't know. I haven't played every game. I know that there are some fucking terrible games. Like I don't remember what it's called. The one game Leafy used to play. The one that Leafy had in his pack. This is such a weird deep cut whenever he made his fucking like reaction videos in 2016 or 2017. Whatever that game is. Unless I'm actually losing it. You've had similar experience with Final Fantasy 14? Why are there 14 of them? Me just being stupid, like, if you made the game good enough, you wouldn't need 13 more. Just fully knowing that's not how that works. When my partner takes longer than an hour to text back, I'm like, okay, he died in a car accident. I probably have OCD. I can't wonder about OCD because I know I'm just convincing myself of the fact that I might have OCD because Lexi, we are pretty sure does have OCD, like based on, you know, behavior and thoughts and symptoms, and the fact that her work best friend is diagnosed with OCD and is like, girl, you have OCD, I think, and you should see a psychiatrist, or a therapist, whoever is like, yeah, you have OCD. But like, now that we've kind of started to keep that in mind and slightly accommodate in the chance that like it actually is OCD, and like looking at ways of coping and stuff, but it like learning more about OCD and like different thought patterns, I've like slightly a tiny bit convinced myself of like, do I have OCD? I just have a thing where I need to fit in boxes. I don't know why, because I don't need another fucking illness up here. I don't want OCD. I had a mini hair plucking with tweezers, like plucking with tweezers face, like a week or so ago. Why did I say that? I was gonna relate that, and then I was like, I don't know how, and then I was like, do I have OCD? I'm sorry. I really, really don't think I do. Just a lot. I mean, we have a lot of different disorders and illnesses and things, and several are comorbid. So it's more of like that paranoid thought. I would say I have more like anxious paranoia than OCD thoughts, if we're being politically correct. Girl, I know we have the Highland Games. I don't know what that is. You can go and watch people carry. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Do you guys do anything else? Where do they? Hold on. I'm just going to look up the Highland Games. Actually, no, I'm not, because then I'd have to fuck with all of my software, and I'm genuinely scared of messing this up on the computer. Okay. No, he for sure is insecure and unsatisfied with where he is in his social life and career, and is just projecting it onto me. So bye, I guess. Oh, thanks for your kind words. Oh, always nice to hear. Dude, of course, because fucking literally me, like, all men are the same. They all need to die. I'm not gonna get on the soapbox, but yeah, the older you get, this isn't always true, not with every person, but the older you get, the more therapy you get, the more perspective you get, you kind of realize, oh, maybe I actually wasn't the problem in that. Maybe he was actually really projecting and just didn't like me and didn't want to say that. But anyway, can I introduce you to South Korea's 4B movement? Me, like, getting all my propaganda. You play League, that is rough. That is fucking rough. I've thought about it. Never going to. I've briefly thought about it. I just like that show. I like the Arcane show. And I like all of the League of Legends music. I actually had a video idea that in another reality became a real video. I was like in my horribly burnt out, like preparing to quit, like, era of like change and YouTube-y shit. But I had this video idea talking about League of Legends and their weird grip on music and how they can just seemingly call Taylor up. Why don't we just call Taylor up? And they can, but not Taylor Swift, because I don't want to, no offense, I don't want to fucking hear her, period, especially not in a League of Legends soundtrack. But like, they've gotten twice. They've gotten G-Idol, Madison Beer, Kim Petras, which I don't like, but like, notable name, I guess. Like, fucking Imagine Dragons, say what you will about them. I like some of their older music, you know. But like, they just have weirdly really, is this the right pen? Yes. Stacked, like, fucking connects. I just wanted to make like a fun video getting into all of them. And I never did, because I was like, ooh, you know what sounds better? Actually throwing myself off my balcony. Whatever happened to my yoga / Pilates thing? It is not, well, I mean, I guess it's technically nosy, but we're live streaming. That's like what it's for. Sir, for yoga, I stopped going because I was temporarily working at the studio that, sorry, I keep looking at my bangs. They're growing out, okay? I was temporarily working at the yoga studio that I went to, and I worked there as like their media manager person. And that was cool, sort of, until my boss was like, I actually think you made too much money, so I'm not going to pay you. And I'm not going to tell you until you bring it up as you're recovering from a car accident. Because, yeah, this was right after the car accident back in May. So I was like, I had to send her a picture of my like timesheet that I had like physically written out because she was not organized at fucking all. Horrible, like, business owner. It's insane that that place is functioning. It's not actually, because she just makes everyone else do everything for her because she can't do fucking anything. So structurally, everything is horrible. So there was no real like program to watch, like, track employee hours. So I was just writing them down in my notebook when I was doing stuff for work or at work. And at the time, I had worked a lot because like some people quit and there was some remodeling of the studio that I helped with that took like, they were like, it was a weekend of like 14-hour days. So I made a lot. I didn't make a lot of money. I worked a lot of fucking hours. And she like me debating pulling up the text, but I'm like, I can't because that'll get me actually mad again. And it's not that serious. I have to move on. But she basically was like, nobody who's ever worked as our social media person has like ever worked up that amount of hours. Like basically accusing me of either underperforming while working or over documenting like my hours. And I was like, no, the fuck not. So I literally typed out, I sent her a picture of my hours from my notebook, and then I typed out all of it because it was, you know, a little messy because I just was keeping track of it myself in a fucking journal. So I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry. Me like, I'm not gonna pull it up. I'm gonna get too mad. Okay, no, literally. All of this that I had documented and how it's all in different pen because I just had to use what was at work because I just logged when I was working, right? So for her to fucking send me that shit, and it was only she, okay. Me, I'm not gonna get mad. Fucking, we submitted our timesheets at the beginning of the month, like I think by the 3rd or something, even though we wouldn't get paid until I think the 15th. So I didn't get paid on the 15th, and she had my timesheet from the first day of that month. So she knew my what's the word? Like logged hours. And she waited until I texted her on the 17th because I had not gotten paid and I was just in a car accident. And she was like, yeah, I didn't really want to like, I didn't know when was a good time. But, and then she told me all that, like basically just being like, I kind of think you're lying. And I was like, oh, okay. But I stopped working there because I was in the accident and I couldn't walk for a little bit without crutches, you know, so I couldn't go to work. We also didn't have a car because it was totaled in the car accident. So basically she told me to like take time off. She was like, I'm so sorry, you know, I'm sure this is like really hard, which yeah, it was.
Hi, Noboo. Hi. Mommy, why the fuck are you yelling?
That's Nobu's voice, by the way. Come here. What are you doing? Hold on. So I'm off of work for some time, and it's getting to where it's like, okay, I'm gonna need to get back to work now, you know? And she fucking, we talk in a little phone call, and basically she doesn't say the words "you're fired" because she's a coward and won't. And also because I was technically never hired, because technically no one's ever hired. We're all just contract workers because that's how she makes the most money off of people. Me thinking of saying her full government name, because don't piss me the fuck off right now. But she basically in this phone call was like, yeah, so since you were gone in the time that I told you and strongly suggested to take off, you know, since you weren't here for us during the time I told you not to be here, no one was doing your job, so I had to hire someone else. And so now this person's here. So we don't really need you. Huh, that's weird. Like being like trying to act like it was just some like weird, like twist of fate of like, oh no, it didn't work out this way. No, you filled a vacancy that wasn't vacant. You filled a position that was not vacant. And then we're like, damn, that's crazy. You don't have a job, by the way. I don't know what you're gonna like do about that. So yeah, and then Pilates, I stopped going because of the accident as well. And then honestly, it's just been like, ooh. Sorry, I haven't used this brush for the fur in here. I only used the acrylic, but let's do this. 2024 has just been a fucking unfortunate ass year. Like, I am, you know. Nobu, what are you doing? Sorry, Nobu's in the kitchen being weird. Where are you? Oh, hi. I don't know what they're doing. Basically, like with the car shit happening, with me not filming on Grayson's projects anymore, because I was like, I've wanted to not do this for a long time now, and I'm actually finally only starting to look at it as an option. And then, you know, making the decision to stop posting on that channel was basically like quitting my job. So TLD fucking R. I can't afford to go to Pilates, and I also don't really want to currently. Yeah, long answer is 2024 has been kind of whack. It's been good. Like it's not been like, oh my God, 2024 has been fucking terrible. Like, I'm trying to explain it. 'Cause like, it's kind of like that meme of the dog sitting in the room on fire and being like, this is fine. Because that's how me and Lexi are, sitting in the fire being like, this is fine, for the most part. Sometimes we'll have a mental breakdown every once in a while. Dude, the fucking car shit last week or the week before, I think, yeah. That one got him NTB. Yes, it did. But 2024 has just been like, hey, why don't I challenge you? Why don't I total both of your vehicles and make you lose your job? Well, you decide to quit your job and then you lose the job you got after. And I do still, am I doing this on the right layer? No, haha, no, I'm not. I'm not erasing all of it. Fucking whatever. I don't know what I was saying. I still love Pilates. I would like to go back. It's honestly just not something that's in the schedule with like how I divide my time recently. Because like obviously a lot of it goes into art. At the moment, since I don't like have a place of employment like to go to, it's like YouTube work and housework stuff. And why is my brain farting? What the fuck? I lost my train of thought. It's not in the cards at the moment. I'd like to. I've started to, since the weather's been finally getting a tiny bit cooler, I've been starting to go on like long walks, just like listening to music with Casper, just walking. That's been nice. Okay, so I have to catch up now. Okay. I'm going through the OCD diagnosis process right now after ignoring it for like 13 years. Oh my God. Dang. Wait, so what's the process like? That's so real. I won't get tested because I'm convinced if I get diagnosed with OCD, it'll get worse. That's so normal. That makes me feel better. I relate to the OCD thing so bad because of my intrusive and obsessive thoughts. I want to love fall so much. So I'm just like, sorry, I'm reading everything out. I'm sorry. I'm catching up. I'm catching up with the kids. That sounds weird. Was that a weird thing to say? I didn't mean it like that. Where the fuck was I? Oh, yes. I want to fall in love so much, but as I get older, I feel like every year it just puts everyone. Oh, I want to love fall. Sorry. I did just say that I have multiple things wrong with me mentally, so don't get mad at me. Yeah, dude, shit's just been fucking hard. Like, it's getting older, it's just realizing, like, damn, yes, you change, but, like, life changes without you changing, you know? Like, it feels like you get older and shit just happens and happens and happens, and you're just there to be like, I'm witnessing this happen right now because I have to, because I'm the adult in this situation, you know? Did you hear that Russia is going to start to find people that are promoting a child-free lifestyle? No, I did not hear about that. Oh, let me get back to my drawing. Also, I'm gonna turn around for no reason. I'm turning around for no reason. Actually, no, I'm not, because I don't want to mess any of the wires up. I don't know if YouTube will get mad at me. I have a Penelope. Oh my God. I need to check the mail. I might have gotten herb in the mail. That's insane. That I don't understand how that's legal, but also Russia is a fully different fucking beast, so it makes sense, I guess, in retrospect. Not the concept of it making sense, but like makes sense for Russia, you know? That is fucking insane. Chai, did you hear it literally came out today. It gave me chills all over my body. The Mamushi by Megan Thee Stallion remix with Twice. Oh my God. Oh, I love the original and I love Yuki Chiba's verse, but Twice, they're like my alt group. I love them so fucking much. And I'm literally, my thighs are breaking out in goosebumps and I'm just thinking about the song. Am I okay? I can never like things normally. I have to like it an unhealthy amount, at least a little. Wait, you went to 2 K-pop concerts this week? What concerts? You know what sucks? Missing a girl I never dated. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to say to that one. It is what it is. I honestly don't have the answer. I don't know how to cope with that. Sometimes I'll think about people like from my past and I'm like, and let's think about something else now. Oh my God, yes, that was messed up of my boss. And yes, that was in May. It was May 13th because it was me and Lexi's 1-year anniversary. We got in a car crash that totaled my car on our 1-year anniversary, on our way to our anniversary dinner. And I feel like that is a pretty good encapsulator of my 2024, where it's like my personal life is doing honestly pretty good. Like I like myself. I feel really good about myself. I've been feeling better about myself as a person, in my looks, in my just like life. And on top of that, like my relationship is also awesome. My pets are awesome. My craft, you know, I'm grinding on it. And then it's just like the universe is like, oh, you're doing good. Oh, you're doing good. What if you didn't open my shell? But of course. Hello, Will. You sound like the Subway Surfers guy. He has a fucking voice? What? Am I caught? I'm almost caught up. Okay. Did you watch Conan O'Brien episode of Hot Ones? I did not. Conan O'Brien, that's that interview or like talk show guy, right? I don't really fuck with any of those people. Housewife Grayson era. Well, I'm leaving that, but that's the era I have been in. Literally, I fucking like it's serious. I pull out the crock pot and I crock pot dinner like I am white mom housewife. It's crazy. And I'm going to be leaving that, but it's because the economy. It was fun while it lasted, though. And I am getting it back. I'm not going to be working for long, honestly, because I'm not going to be living here for much longer. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. If that means this apartment or this state or country. I don't know. That was weird. I'm sorry. You should do a fragrance/perfume video. I feel like you have really good taste and sense. I will do a fragrance/perfume video, but you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be so useless in that video because it's all gonna be, I'm gonna be sitting like this right here. You see how there's like not a lot, I'm not really in frame, because you know who's gonna be in frame? Lexi. Because you know who's a fucking bloodhound obsessed with perfumes? My amazing, adorable wife. That's why we have so many. I bought her like so many for Christmas last year. I am not good at like, I guess, describing things in like she's good at picking up notes. Like she can smell something on me. Like she'll be like I'll pick a perfume for the day and she'll be like, "What'd you wear?" And I'm like, "I don't know, just smell me," because I don't look. I just put it on. You know, and she'll be like, "Oh my God, yeah." Whatever. Like she can identify it. She can identify stuff in it. And for me, it's more like this one smells musky. This one smells old. This one smells like perfume. This one smells like painful flower candy. I still feel 13. I don't feel 13. I feel like I'm trying to describe how I feel. Because, like, I do feel like an adult, but I also am like, I just feel dumb. Like, I don't feel like a kid. I just feel like... Sorry. That was a fully real reaction to Lexi saying that she's coming home early because she's been contemplating it all day because she feels sick. So she's coming home like an hour early. So hold on. Yay, not that you're sick, but that you're coming home. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like an adult, but I don't feel young. I feel lost. Does that make sense? But I know that it's like my brain, it just doesn't fucking work. My brain doesn't work, guys. It doesn't happen, okay? I'm actually gonna turn my air down in 1 sec. Well, not in 1 sec. Give me a sec. What were we talking about? Like, I don't feel 13 years old. I feel like a 23, almost 24-year-old, but I feel like hold on, I'm gonna tilt this down so you can see him. But I feel like I've been dropped into like a labyrinth. Like all of us on Earth have been dropped into a labyrinth, all at separate points in the big labyrinth, right? No guide, really. But we're expected to find something. I've been dealing with that recently. I don't know if that's like the most effective way to verbalize that feeling, but I'm struggling with picking the most accurate descriptor. Oh. Come here. I'll hold it if you come over here. He wants his little, the cats used to have these toys, or not toys, but they would like stick to the wall, and this is like a cat treat of some sort. Come here. You can just have it, because I'll hold it in my lap. There you go. Me keeping him. Ah, why are you doing that? Oh my god, that was scary. That was scary. Raise your hand if you were scared. And they did go so crazy. And yes, I fucking love Espa. I've had OCD. I'm gonna move this back down. I've had OCD for most of my life, but didn't know it until last year when I went back to therapy and was officially diagnosed. I'm in a better place now thanks to therapy and meds. That is fucking amazing. I especially have heard, like, I mean, I don't have that much experience with, or like, I don't remember many personal experiences from people, like hearing about them. Holy shit, why did I say that like that? I don't have a large point of reference for people's OCD experience. Like the best I have is like Nikki Nasty, like Nicole Raffi, because she's very open about her OCD. And it's actually part of what made Lexi start to think like, do I maybe have OCD? But she didn't want to just like assume that, you know? So like obviously we didn't watch Nicole talk about it and be like, babe, you have OCD. I think it was actually something that she told her coworker, or that her coworker who has the OCD told her, that was like, yeah, we should probably get some professional opinion on that. Oh shit, there's a new Drew video. I will watch that with Lexi when she gets home. Oh my god, you saw XG and then the next day. I've been listening to some more XG recently. They're another one. They did a song for League of Legends. Or was it Arcane? The Arcane Season 2 soundtrack. How are we on that? Hold on, I have to find it. Oh no, XG worked with Valorant. Valorant also randomly makes good fucking music. Why are there just random video games that are like, you know, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make one of the best musical compositions of all time for this computer game, and it's never gonna chart, but it's gonna go fucking crazy. Valorant and League love to do that. And back in the day, Call of Duty. I still have songs from like the original Black Ops soundtrack on my Spotify. Hello, Falak. Or is it Phallic? I'm sorry. Of course she loves perfumes. She teaches English. Okay, well, she teaches a lot of things. Yeah, I guess that is like her main thing. Because she's like a math TA. She has like it's called like social skills, I think, which is like her class with her sped kids. I don't want to say she does something else, because all teachers don't just like, I'm the math teacher from 1st to 8th period. Like they don't do that. It always just depends on like the school year and the schedule that could be worked out. So she has like a pretty decent distribution of like where she's going to be and what she's going to be doing this year. But like her work bestie, who I keep bringing up, has like one. No, she doesn't even have one class. She doesn't teach any classes. She is like, I don't remember what exactly she's doing. School scheduling, teacher scheduling is wacky, because you got to accommodate for like the breaks and the planning, and, you know, doing that while accommodating for the children and the school hours. I'm not pointing fingers. It's difficult in general. But a lot of the times teachers do not get the long end of the stick. And no, we did not ever finish Adventure Time because we are watching like 7,000 things at once. So we never finish any of them. You want to know all of the shows right now that I have in like my, like, we are watching right now? I don't even know if this is going to be all of them. Fucking Adventure Time, Always Sunny, Arcane, Killing Eve. I think there's something else on Hulu. We finished Over the Garden Wall. Oh, some Netflix series, some other show. I hop around a lot. Or I'll hop around a lot until I find one show that I can just watch in one sitting and never watch again. You know, good old limited series. We watched one recently. It's on Netflix. I think it's called Unlocked, a jail experiment. And it was actually really fucking awesome. Highly recommended watch. It's like a 9 or 10 episode docu-series about this. It wasn't a prison. It was I'm blanking on like the legal word, correctional facility. And it was like a transitional facility. So like, not a prison, not like a county jail. You know, some people are there like waiting trial, some, you know, etc. It's transitional correctional facility. And so basically the sheriff, and this is in Little Rock, Arkansas. If that gives you any context, if you're an American, which to me, that gives me some context, telling context. And basically the sheriff decided to do this experiment with one of the like units of this jail, where this jail, they were on a system where all of the inmates were in their cells 23 hours a day and could come out 1 hour a day, for like the social free time, whatever's food, right? Because I'm pretty sure they ate in their cells. They ate in their cells beforehand. So they changed it. They did this experiment to where they put up a bunch of cameras like for the documentary. The deputies of that hall or unit left the unit because there's always like armed officers like in correctional facilities. You know, so they left and all of the doors were opened 24 hours a day. And it was basically like, the idea is like, you know, fucking obviously the way we're doing prison right now is not it. But like, it was very interesting because obviously there's room to improve, because there absolutely probably should have been like a therapist for the prisoners provided, or like some general guidance, because they weren't given a lot. They were just told not to fuck up or else it would get taken away. So it was just really interesting to watch like all of these people and like talk about what they did versus seeing them as a person versus like what they're treated like, you know, if that's like the best way to say that. Basically the sheriff wanted to like prove like these people can be treated better. Like, we don't have to treat them like animals. They don't need to be locked up 23 hours a day. They, you know, they can have more than fucking two visits a month, I think. Like, no free phone calls, I think, and only one call a week. And yeah, none of them were free. So they changed it at first where it was just like everything was open, and they eventually got more privileges. So they were able to make free phone calls all the time, and they had their visitation. I'm going to move away from that section. Upgraded to like 2 days a week, I think. So it's over like the experiment's over a 6-week period, and I'm obviously not going to tell everything. It's a really good watch. I would really recommend it. I wouldn't say it gave me a new perspective, because I've already been pretty anti-prison system, very much so, as me with my one little like thing that happened. As someone who spent 1 day in jail, that shit sucked. But no, like, obviously the prison system is fucking terrible. So it wasn't necessarily an eye-opening thing for me, but it was just really fucking a good watch, and a watch that I would recommend to a good bit of people, especially if you work in a correctional facility. Because I don't know if you guys have heard this, but you know that they're actually people and not animals. I don't know if y'all know that. But we just finished that. And right now, oh my God, we're also watching America's Next Top Model. And that is it, I think. I have seen Arcane season 1 like 4 or 5 times now. I'm making Lexi watch it for the first time. So we have like 2 episodes left. And the season's coming very, very soon. So I think we're going to finish that this weekend so that she can watch it with me like as it releases. Because I am so fucking excited. I have been waiting for season 2 since the credits rolled of season 1, episode 8 or 9, whatever. I loved Adventure Time, but it really lost me with the Flame Princess stuff and Finn trying to find his dad, but it's been like 10 years, so maybe I would see things different now. Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're talking about because I think we're like a little over halfway through the show. Lexi would know what you're talking about because she's seen it, but this was like my first time watching it. I don't know if this is like a great way to go into it, but I just kind of went into Adventure Time like, this is a cute little 10-minute animation that I don't have to think too hard about. And for the most part, that's true. I know there's the lore that gets more developed as the show goes on. I honestly don't think I've got a huge grasp on that. So maybe I'll agree with you when the time comes. At the moment, I don't think I do. I don't know. To me, Adventure Time is like a silly show with a bunch of silly things for silliness. And there's obviously, I know that there's more than that to it. Yeah. That's my official fucking expert opinion on a show I haven't fucking finished. I just turned 20. How's your job? I just turned 24 a little over a month ago, and it does feel weird as hell. Is it weird that I'm excited to turn 24, though? Not because I'm excited to, like, get older or, like, not get older. I am actually, over the past bit of time, I've been deconstructing my fear of aging. I'm just excited to be 24 because I think 24 sounds better to say than 23. And I think it sounds better to be 24 years old than 23 years old. I don't know. Is that a sign that I'm aging, or is that, do we get that? Because some numbers just aren't it, you know? Like, I'm going to hate the number 27, not even because of the 27 Club, but just say the word 27. 27. You know, it's not right. 24, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's 2 dozen. XG is awesome. I agree. My brother's literally a teacher, and I wish him luck every day. Dude, fucking I do too. It's crazy. The show sounds super interesting. Sode wrote a song about that. About teaching? Oh, the show is called, I believe it's called Unlocked, a jail experiment. It's on Netflix. Oh, bye, Claire. Have a great weekend. Do I need to know anything to start watching Arcane? No, you do not, because it is not, like, it is a League of Legends universe, I guess, but it's not canon to the game really at all. There are just like characters from the game, but it's not the same timeline from what I know. You can watch Arcane knowing nothing about League of Legends. You can just watch it like, wow, this is a show I've never heard of and has no ties to anything, and you will just watch a sick fucking animated show. So I would recommend that as well. Did you read Look Back from Tetsuki Fujimoto? The movie adaptation just came out. Ooh, no, I did not actually. I will have to put that, I'm going to put that in my notes app, actually. I have not seen the Cyberpunk anime, but I have heard really good things about it. What am I? Oh, Look Back. I'm behind on Chainsaw Man too. I'm behind on Fujimoto at the moment. I feel like I haven't been doing jack shit to this. Let's draw something else. Do we want to work on something, or do we just want to like? Maybe I'll open this one up. Nobody's seen this. I have not posted a single work in progress of this one. Although it's also kind of at the point where I'm like, oh, I don't like it, but I don't want to work on it, but it's not done. But I need to work on it, but I don't want to. Let's just draw something new for the stream. I am now taking requests. And I have also not watched Interview with the Vampire. I've not watched like the original show or the new one. Or was the first one a movie? I don't know. I know that the thing that like came out recently is not the origin of that like franchise or trademark, whatever. I know I'd like it. I have a really hard time getting into things. That's not true. I get into my holes. I get into my fixations, you know? So I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I need to do that. And then I'm like, maybe in 7 months when I'm on something else. I don't know. No, I did not get a tip for that. Sorry, not to skip ahead. I've been watching a lot of random long-form YouTube content lately, like 4-hour-long American Girl deep dive videos. That is awesome. I used to do that. That used to be like the main form of YouTube video that I watched. But recently, I've kind of been more into like smaller creators that are like lifestyle girlies, like thrifters. I've also totally not the same category. I've also been watching like a lot of Good Mythical Morning recently. And yes, I did see the trans guy that cooked Ben Shapiro. I love that. I'm not discrediting the trans guy literally at all because he did cook. But it's always like every time a conservative goes to debate someone, any single fucking opposition that they like get, you know, that they can't just whisk off of as like, well, you're a trans woman, you're a man, you know, like that, like they don't have anything of actual substance to say. And so when someone like that guy goes off, like nothing he said was groundbreaking. It's all like shit that the people know and are in, you know, like we're all fucking with it. And then we have to watch these stupid dipshits who disagree just because you can make more money, I guess, disagreeing for the fucking sake of it, for the contrarianism, for the grift, right? But it's not something that they are actually passionate about. You know what I mean? So whenever they have to have an actual conversation about it, they can't. And I know that that guy purposely didn't let Ben talk. Not that I fucking would have either. But even literally every time Ben even tried to say something, he couldn't. He stumbled over the same word until he stops talking. Oh. I don't know if y'all saw that. Oh, the boys are tussling. Wait, can you guys see? Nobu's, my mic is in the way. You're not going to be able to see them. Also, I think it's not that messy, actually. And no, I do not get a tip from that fucking lady. Don't piss me off. Halloween-themed pair of black cats. Bet. Let's do it. All this talk of cooking and eating is making me hungry. Oh, I was like, what were we talking about cooking? Because he was cooking. I was like, we weren't eating. I'm not eating. Oh, a caterpillar. Ooh, okay, hold on. You know what I'll do? I'll do the 2 cats. Those are horrible. I should die. I shouldn't say that. I'll do a little pumpkin with a little caterpillar on it. And I'll do a fat cat and a skinny cat. And this is obviously a very beginning sketch. Guys, look, I'm so good at art. Look at my cats. I used to draw a lot during my school years, but I haven't since. Same with violin and piano. That's how I was for especially like right after like high school when I went to college, because I went to school for art, and having to do it like in that environment made me fucking hate it. And so I literally didn't draw or do much of anything art related for like a year plus, 2 years. Okay. Also, every time I try to draw a cat, I play the fucking girl, we been knew how to draw audio. You know what it is? You know what I'm talking about? Because no, actually, I can't. You want me to draw anything other than a pretty woman? I can't. So, Shapiro can't win if he can't outscream you. Absolutely true. And yes, that dog sitting shit was BS. I went back to it after the fact. I need to vision this better. I want the cats to be like in the center. Actually, like a good bit smaller. Here, they'll be like in a pumpkin patch. Oh, wait, this is gonna be cute. Okay, so they're gonna be sitting in a pumpkin patch. And so we're gonna have some pumpkins. Pumpkins into pumpkin patch. Pumpkins into pumpkin patch. And one of the cats will have a witch hat. Oh. A witch hat. Oh, man. Oh, also, I need to keep an eye on my phone because my girlfriend is coming home. I have to keep an eye on her. She actually should be home any second. Me, like, should I leave this running and go get her when she comes here? Or should I just end it? No, I'll just end it because I'm not going to want to, like, talk and perform while she's home. Not that, like, I don't know if that makes sense to say like performance, like streaming, because it's not like a performance. Like I'm not pretending to be like, I'm not like I'm streaming on Grayson's World. I have to put on the Grayson's World persona. But like maybe I'm over explaining it. Just the feeling you have of like being watched without there really being people there. So it's like you're not fully performing, but you're like keeping in mind that you're being perceived. It's like that. Also, my ass is fucking this shit up and not in the good way. Me, literally 2 minutes in, I'm like, I'm horrible. Well, yeah, girl, you didn't fucking do anything. You kind of have to draw for it to look like a drawing. I'm drawing along with you and I feel your frustration. What are you drawing? I'm a songwriter and I also can't write about anything other than pretty women. Cause like, oh wait, black cat playing with a ball of lightning. Oh, that would be cool. Wait, what ball lightning is? I don't know what that is. Should I don't want this cat to be naked. This left one here. Should he have something like a costume? And also, I want to move them closer together. We been knew how to draw. Ooh, a bow tie. I like that. Guys, I know that this is gonna look questionable basically until it's done, but like, you can also see what I was working on before. That one started pretty much where this one is. Okay, okay. Okay, so Lexi's not home yet. She had to stop and mail shit. She mailed stuff to her mom. A little cape. I'm very excited to watch Drew's video. I hope it's good. Well, I assume it's good. Not the glazing. That was... Dude, I never thought Zuckerberg was cool. I can't believe I used to think Musk and Zuckerberg were cool. I never thought that Zuckerberg was, but I did used to think that Musk was cool when I was like, I think 15, 16, when he was still doing like the fucking not super obvious transphobic grifting and like, I'm just a guy with too much money and so I'm gonna make a flamethrower. Excuse me. And like, I don't even remember what the fucking appeal was, but I also was like, oh my God, this guy's so funny because he's like a CEO, but he's also like a person. No, they're not. CEOs aren't people. Also, is he even the CEO? I thought Bezos was cool. Damn. You know, that is one guy I've also never looked at and been like, he's cool. You know who I have? Well, this is going to make so much more sense because it's not, I think Bill Gates. Not him, though. His wife, who I think is the one who they got divorced and she, like, took her half from the divorce and was just like, I'm going to donate all this. I actually don't want all of this and I'm going to get rid of it and give it to people who actually need it. She was fucking cool. Goodbye, Kiash. Kiash. It was good to not see you, but you know what I mean. Does it annoy people when people over like explain themselves? Because I always come here, I need to look at you. Come here. Because I always like explain myself a lot, especially online, because I'm worried about people misinterpreting or misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. But then I'm like, am I just doing too much? Am I literally just talking for no fucking reason? Because everyone knows what I was saying. And then fucking sometimes they don't. They simply don't. I feel like I should give this drawing a chance, but I'm just not. I'm simply not. It was just Jeff Bezos' wife. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Speak of the devil. It was Miss Bezos, or whatever her maiden name is now. Nothing is happening. Ew, not the mouth noises. I'm so sorry that you had to hear that. I should just spend $20,000 like Ethan Klein did to get that button that won't work. So that I can be as disgusting as I want off the live. Watch my account just get banned. Oh, you hit a pen? Oh, SWAT's outside. I always feel the need to add way more context than what's needed, but it's personally don't find it annoying. It's not annoying if someone else does it. I see. Oh my God, no. Damn, what'd you do? No offense. What'd you do to get fired? My nosy ass, like, no, what happened? Tell me everything. You're a soldier, though, honestly. I can't imagine. I'm sure that people do. I know people do. I know people work long, happy jobs and live long, happy lives as Target employees. I can, I guess. Yes, I can think of some things worse, but not a lot. Like, dude, if the option is Target or Walmart, employment-wise, it's like, okay, am I gonna go to the Marines or the Coast Guard, you know? Does that make any sense? And this is, no, I did not actually. I did not apply to work at Target as a teen. My mom really wanted me to. That's why I feel like I did, even though I don't think I actually did. I think I might have just told my mother that I applied, even though I didn't, because I didn't want to work there. I was like, first of all, don't want to wear red. um, Secondly, I don't fucking like talking to people. And this job seems hard and long, and I don't want to. That's like, same with Bill Miller. My dad wanted me to work at Bill Miller. And that actually is probably maybe worse than Target, just because it's like, instead of dealing with like WASP moms, it's like, oh no, it's the anti-vax lady. She's complaining about her coleslaw. Whatever are we going to do? And now she's yelling. And Think Suck was cool, but The Social Network convinced me that was my... Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Wait, so The Social Network, the movie, made you think Zuckerberg was cool? Is that correct? Are you sure you watched The Social Network? What? That's crazy. Because that movie made me scared of him. And I'm not even fucking kidding. I know that sounds dramatic. I'm not like I don't lie awake at night fearing that Zuckerberg's hunting me down. But like that movie, as biased as it may or may not allegedly, whatever the fuck be, fucking nah. That person is, I don't think he has a soul. Although I will acknowledge that statue or sculpture he made of his wife for his wife is some me shit. And I do fuck with that. Unfortunately, the worst person I know did just do a really cool thing. He's not the worst person though. Especially out of like the big people like that could be talked about in terms of dumbass billionaires that buy social media platforms. Zuckerberg is definitely not the worst. Although I don't know. No, because I do think Musk is the worst, but I'm also like, I don't trust Meta or Facebook or anything run by Zuckerberg. Not that I trust anything run by Musk, but like I do use Twitter because I was there first. Fuck you, I'm not going away, Elon. You should go away. You never should have bought it. I hate you so much and you ruined the app and I'm not leaving. Anyway. Gonna try overnight stalker at Walmart. Dude, honestly, you should. I thought of doing that shit. If I ever, like, work, oh, that would make sense. Fully convince them to dislike him. That makes sense. Maybe my reaction was not... Oopsies. Maybe that's why some things do need to be over-explained, because some of us are stupid. Yeah, I had briefly thought of applying to, like, overnight stalking stuff, like, I think it was before I started working at the yoga place. I don't remember. Because I was like, I don't want to work, but like I fucking have to. So I'm going to look for something that won't make me want to blow my fucking brains out. So I thought of overnight stalking because I was like, it's like a thing I can do where I just put headphones in and I put things on shelves and no one's there and I don't have to talk to people. And yeah, it's late at night, but who cares? I did not do that though. Although, actually, I don't think it was a great experience. I don't know how good Walmart is to their employees, if you are looking into that. Because my grandpa didn't do stalking, but he was like a Walmart greeter for a good while. He like came out of retirement a few years ago and like was just a greeter at the local Walmart by his house, but I don't think he liked working there, but that might have been because of his boss. Also, I quit OF because it did not make me feel good about myself. And maybe I shouldn't have addressed that comment because I don't have like a thought out like response to just spill. But in, I guess, my retrospective observation, which admittedly I do regret is publicly documented on the internet, but that's fully my own fucking fault because everything I put on the internet is my choice and my fault. So I get that. But I did it at a time where I was not getting like support or validation from like the person I was with. And so I also was not on my meds at the time, or maybe I was. I don't know, actually. I don't think I was. I don't know. Anyway, what I think in retrospect, into hindsight opinion, is I really just wanted like some form of feeling of like, okay, I'm not, how do I say this? If other people are praising me and like me and how I look so much and, you know, all this stuff, then like I can't be the problem. You know, someone must like me, right? It was like ultimately a self-esteem thing. Like I was seeking assurance in like myself and appearance, obviously, you know, because I wasn't getting it from like the person I was with. And then also it made, you know, good fucking bit of money. Like that first month, it was really nice. I don't know. I don't think I regret it. Maybe I do. I don't know. I don't think so. Honestly. I think maybe a little bit. What I regret more is going into it for the hopes of like people will give me the validation that I'm hoping for or whatever. So I didn't go into it with like a long-term plan or like assistance or any plan really to do like hold on, sorry. This is not a side tangent because this is fully on topic. I saw a video this morning on TikTok and I'm going to tell you the creator and the date she posted it so you can go watch it. That basically summed up like my feelings on it really good, where basically it's like, okay, fuck off, TikTok shop. Fuck off. Where like basically female content creators, femme presenting content creators will get into it because it's like what people want of them, and they know because of the audience that like it's something that could be financially lucrative. Because like I'm not gonna say like, oh, I just wanted to feel pretty so I posted my fucking holes on the internet, because those are some jumps to make. But oh, sorry, so her account is Hair Miu, so HAIRMIU. And she posted she posted this on October 6th. And it has a title tag there. It's probably not going to focus. She's in a white dress, she has really long hair, and the like tagline thing says anti-OF, a message to SW. And I really recommend watching that video because it just kind of more eloquently puts together my thoughts of like being anti the industry and consumer without like demonizing the employee, like the worker, the sex worker, you know? Because a lot of people will, maybe not a lot of people, but there is a little bit of a trend that people will like do OF for a little bit and then they'll stop and then they'll come out as like a swerf. The word is swerf. Sex work exclusionary radical feminist, I think. And so, which is fucking stupid. I don't think I've ever encountered a feminist or a radical feminist that's excluded sex workers. They just aren't shy of criticizing that industry. And a lot of the time that gets conflated with criticizing the women who do it. And while, case by case scenario, sometimes there are some weird people doing weird shit, like Belle Delphine and stuff, who does have like very valid criticisms against, but is she the sole reason that like the porn industry is the way it is, or that it's, I don't know if I can say that word on this stream. Ooh. Like some people do understand the customer base too well. And so they play into those things that are like kind of tied to sex work and prostitution. Me, like, I have to actually start censoring myself because we're going to talk about children. Basically, it's more of a symptom. Like, it's more a symptom of the problem than the cause, or part of the cause. Can you elaborate? Sorry, I'm catching up on comments now. Is what I'm saying making sense? Because I am just like talking off the dome. I can elaborate on things. And also maybe I will eventually get back to drawing this fucking thing. Bodies need to be probably bigger. Sorry, I feel like I didn't really wrap up my thoughts on that because I slightly lost my train of thought. And so I'm waiting to see if anyone comments like a clarifying question. Because I kind of just went on a tangent. TLDR, I quit OF because I started to actually like myself. And I realized like, oh, these people don't like me. These people are just paying to see my vagina. And there are not a lot, I can't say that because I don't know that for sure, but I know at least a few would do that and then just screenshot it and post it somewhere else. And then I don't make anything from that. So don't do that. You can't do that anymore. Okay, good. I'm glad I make sense. Because I'm really trying not to take like a, like for me, but not for thee type stance. Because there are people who like do OF or something similar, or maybe not even to that extreme, but will stop and then become like super on the opposite side of it and start being like a slut shamey, internalized misogynist and like start to bash anything and everything OF related, but like taking that frustration out on the creator directly when like they're not ultimately the cause of everything wrong with the industry. Can we talk about the criticism of like contributing to it? I'm sure, but that's also a whole other fucking conversation with a whole lot more nuance. So maybe we will not talk about it. Although, I personally, though, I don't think it's like hugely controversial. I think it's that thing where I always over-explain myself because I'm afraid of being misunderstood. But I do know with certain topics, people can be reactionary about it because of, that was not the right line, because of personal bias, experience, whatever. Me, like, I actually just don't know how to fucking draw animals. I actually don't have 2 real-life cats I could look at for reference right now. Because I've actually never even fucking seen a cat. I do think that looks good. Like, the head to body wise. Oh, Lord. Please don't let me be misunderstood from Nina Simone. Yeah. That's why, like, you're never going to get me to hate Chapel Roan. Because all of the fucking, like, to be fair, thankfully, the criticism has like started to die down on her, but like a few weeks ago, maybe even if that, sorry, I have something in my eye. Whenever like people were just fucking taking her statements and shit and clipping them for a new article over and over and over again. Oh my god, I had horrible hair in my eye. And so she had to like come on TikTok so many times to re-explain a point that people with some sense got the first time, you know? I feel her on that though. I think that's why people like I get really fucking annoyed when people are like, Chaperone's just not made for fame, or like she needs to like talk less or whatever. And it's like, no, you guys scrutinize every single fucking thing she says, so she feels like she has to speak as like explicitly specific as possible so that people don't get mad at her, and then people do anyway. And also, I have to leave, unfortunately. And I apologize, I have to do it kind of drastically, but I have to go get Lexi from downstairs because I have the house key. I'm not going to work on this off stream. I think I'll come back and work on this. This will be a stream drawing. It's not going great, but it's going. But we had some good convo when I finally got the fucking stream to work after like an hour and a half to 2 hours of work of fucking fiddling with it. And I still have something in my eye, but I have to go.